Hey, what is going on YouTube? In this video, I'm going to be going over the Citi Trifecta to see how this new Citi Custom Cash Card really comes into play. And I'll be looking at it from both the perspective of having the Citi Prestige card or the Citi Premier card, because they're two totally different credit cards, one with a $500 annual fee and one with just a $95 annual fee. So we'll see which one makes more sense to get. Now, if you're new to the channel, my name is Will. I go over travel and travel work credit cards. So hit that little red subscribe button. Be sure to smash that like button and let's go ahead and jump into it. All right, so first of all, let's go and look at the Citi Premier versus the Citi Prestige card in terms of their benefits to see how they stack up. So with the Citi Premier card, it's going to be a $95 annual fee. And if you want to add any authorized users, you can do so at no additional cost. Right now, the sign-up bonus is 60,000 points once you spend $4,000 within the first 3 months. And it does come with a $100 credit once you spend $500 or more on a hotel stay. And you can use this once per year. So I'll have a little bit more to say about this benefit in a few seconds. Next, we do get 3x back on restaurants, groceries, gas, air travel, as well as hotels. And then looking at the Citi Prestige card, this is a $495 annual fee card with an authorized user fee of $75 per user. Right now, the sign-up bonus is 50,000 points once you spend $4,000 within the first 3 months. It comes with a $250 travel credit that you can use every calendar year. And the way that this works is you just use your card for any eligible travel category purchases. And travel is very broad for Citi. It covers things such as your plane ticket, your hotel, car rental, but also things such as paying for parking, getting on a subway if you had to take an Uber. All that is considered travel under Citi. Next, we have the big benefit, which is the 4th night free when you stay at a hotel. And the way that this works is when you stay at a hotel of 4 nights or more, Citi is going to take the average of your nightly rate and then reimburse you for that cost. And you can use this twice per year. In terms of earning points, you get 5x back at restaurants as well as air travel. It comes with the Priority Pass lounge access. If you do end up adding an authorized user, your authorized user will have their own membership. And finally, we have the TSA Global Entry $100 credit that you get every 5 years. Now, looking at these two hotel benefits on each of these cards, it's kind of, tempting to look at the Citi Prestige card because you can definitely get outsized value with this benefit. But that Citi Premier card, it looks like the benefit is actually easier to use. All you have to do is spend $500 on a hotel stay. Doesn't matter how many days you do. You can do one whole night, you can do 2, 3, or whatever. And as long as you do $500 or more, excluding taxes and fees, it's just your room rate, then you'll get a $100 credit just like that. But with the Citi Prestige card, you do have to stay 4 nights at least in order to take advantage of this benefit. So I like both of them for different reasons. The Citi Premier card, easier to use, and you can easily get that $100, which covers the annual fee. But the Prestige card definitely can give you outsized value. Now, just personally based on my travel habits and whatnot, I will lean more towards the Citi Premier card because I feel a little bit too pressured in order to be able to use that 4th night free with the Citi Prestige card. I like to usually use my points when I stay at hotels. And if I'm not staying at a hotel with points, I'm usually maybe doing an Airbnb or staying at a cheaper type of hotel where I won't get as much benefit if I were to use that 4th night free with the Citi Prestige card. Now, one big weakness with both of these cards when it comes to their two hotel benefits is that you do have to book through the thank you portal. So the problem with that is that if you book through the thank you portal, you could be paying more than if you were to book through some other different travel portal or maybe even the hotel directly. So that's one huge risk that you do take when you're looking at this benefit here. And one reason why I do gravitate more towards the Citi Premier card, because it is less of a risk, easier to use, and of course the annual fee is much lower. But that's just my personal opinion when it comes to these two benefits. The Citi Prestige card definitely can give you a ton of value if you can take advantage of that. But for me, it's just not worth the risk. All right, so let's go and look at the other cards we're going to add to our trifecta. The next one is, of course, going to be that newly launched Custom Cash Card. So this has no annual fee, as a sign-up bonus of 20,000 Denki points once you spend $750 within 3 months, and it is a 5x earning card. So you get 5x back in your top spend category each billing cycle, up to $500. So here are the categories restaurants, gas stations, home improvement stores, some travel and transit. So overall, some pretty strong categories here. And again, this is going to be your top spending category for that billing cycle. It is the only one they're going to get that 5x in. So any other categories that you put spend on will only get 1x back. But what I like about this card is that you can switch every month what category you want to put some spend on. So for 1 month, if you're eating out a lot because you're just too busy to cook, you can put all your spend in restaurants and get 5x back. But if the next month you're trying to make up for all that money you just spent and you want to go to the grocery store and cook some more, you can put all your spend in grocery stores and still get 5x back in that next month. So it's definitely very, very flexible. The next card we have is the Citi Double Cash Card. No annual fee, no sign-up bonus, but you do get 2 points back for every dollar spent with this card. So this will be your everyday catch-all card. All right, so let's quickly go over some Citi application and sign-up bonus rules. So with Citi, you can only apply for 1 credit card every 8 days, and you can only apply for 2 credit cards every 65 days. So the general strategy here will be to apply for, 1 card on the first day, wait until your 9th day to get your second card, and then wait till your 66th day to get your third card. Now, there are some rules with the sign-up bonuses as well. So you can only get a sign-up bonus every 2 years for a specific group of cards. So a group of cards would be considered the Rewards Plus, Premier, and Prestige card. And fortunately, the Custom Cash card is in its own category. So don't worry about that. You can always get that sign-up bonus as long as you haven't already had the Custom Cash card before, but it is a newly launched card, so I pretty doubt that's going to be an issue. And finally, with Citi, you can product change to a different card group. So say if you have one of the American Airlines Advantage cards, well, you can always product change from that to say the Citi Prestige or the Citi Double Cash card if you wanted to do that as well. All right, so let's see how many points you can earn with each of these setups, the Premier setup and the Prestige setup. So I'm going to use my own personal spin with this. I'm not going to show you guys the spreadsheet right now. I'm just going to give you a little bit of a summary. So with the Premier setup, the way that I would personally run it is that I would put that 3x back in groceries and then 5x back on the Custom Cash card. And that's just because I spend more money going out to eat. So I had that flexibility with the Premier card to always use that for groceries. And I'll also use the Premier card for gas as well. And then I'll use, of course, the Double Cash card for everything else. So based on my own personal spend, I'm looking at about 67,000 points within 12 months of getting all 3 of these cards. And that's a value of about $1,000 if you value these thank you points at 1.5 cents per point, and about $13.50 if you value them at 2 cents per point. And as you can see here, I'm not including any of the sign-up bonuses right now, but I will in a second. Now, looking at the Prestige setup, I'll throw that 5x on the restaurants for that card, and then 5x on groceries with the Custom Cash card, and then Double Cash will get everything else. With this setup, I'm getting about 75,500 thank you points. That's a value of about 1,100 with 1.5 cents per point valuation and about 1,500 with a 2 cents per point valuation. So if you compare these two just based on my spend and not taking into account the actual sign-up bonuses, I'm earning about 8,000 more with the Citi Prestige setup, which is about $123 or $162 at 1.5 or 2 cents per point respectively. And of course, I'm not including any of the annual fees right now, but we'll get to that in a few moments. All right, so let's go and look at these two setups with their actual sign-up bonuses as well. With that Citi Premier sign-up bonus, is going to be 10,000 more than the Citi Prestige card. So we actually end up coming out on top by about 1,900 points within that 12 months. So this is about $28 more. So just keep that number in mind because we're going to see how that comes into play when we actually value the entire setup. Now let's go and look at the Prestige setup versus the Premier setup to see how much value that you get relatively speaking. So we'll look at this from the Prestige card's perspective. So this has a $495 annual fee, of course, but we're going to take into account that $250 travel credit right now. So that will reduce our effective annual fee, and we'll also include that $28 less that we're getting using this setup for our spend compared to the Premier card. So totally, we're going to be paying about $273 for that annual fee relative to the Premier card. Now, of course, the Premier card has its own annual fee as well of $95. So when we take that into account, the Prestige card, you're paying about $178 more for that card. But you do have to include the Premier hotel credit of $100. So we're back up to $278 premium for the Prestige card before we take into account some of those other benefits, such as that 4th night free, the priority pass lounge access, and a TSA pre-check credit. Am I going to be able to get that much value out of the other benefits to make up for that difference? And well, I'm not quite sure. I'm not sure because, again, like I said earlier in this video, the hotel credits for either of these cards really don't do it for me just based on my own personal travel habits. I'm more likely to be able to use the Citi Premier cards benefits, but I could get outsized value if I were to able to take advantage of the Prestige's benefits. But if there are too many questions when it comes to using either one of these benefits. Again, you have to be sure that you can find the actual hotel on the Denki portal that's going to be reasonably priced and not more expensive than, say, if you were to go to another third-party travel portal and find something for cheaper, or even directly with the hotel. So say if I were to just zero out either one of these hotel benefits here, I'm just going to be looking at a $178 premium between the Prestige and the Premier card. So are these other benefits on the Prestige card worth $178 per year? I personally don't think so. So for me, I already have TSA PreCheck Global Entry, and there are other cards that have this benefit as well. And these other cards have other great benefits that make you want to get that card. So I probably wouldn't evaluate this card specifically. And the priority pass lounge access, again, kind of the same thing here. There are other cards that have other great benefits that also have the priority pass lounge access. And finally, you got to pay $500 up front compared to just $100 with the Premier card. So it's another thing that you have to take into account. So if it were me and I was trying to decide between the Prestige and the Premier card, I would be happy with just the Premier card, getting that $100 credit, and just feeling more comfortable, making sure I don't have to waste $500 or feel too stressed about having to, use the Citi Prestige's cards 4th night free in order to get the value that I need. Now, this is just my personal opinion and how I would use these cards. Your way that you can use it could be completely different. I'm not trying to tell you which way to do or not. I'm just trying to give you guys a sense of, what to think about when you're actually trying to decide between these two cards. And then finally, the last thing I want to show you is kind of a little sneak peek, a little tease here on maybe a potential video I want to do in the future, and that's how many points I earn with Citi compared to, say, Chase and Amex. So again, we saw how many I earned with the Citi Premier and the Citi Prestige setup, but with the same amount of spend for my Chase setup, I'm earning about 78,200 points, and then with Amex, I'm only earning 64,300. So I was actually kind of surprised Amex was so low, just because the gold card gets that 4x back on restaurants as well as groceries. But with Chase, I do have some pretty strong 5x categories on my Ink Cash card, so that definitely comes into play, at least personally with my own spend. Now, if you guys want to see me do a Citi versus Chase versus Amex video, and not just look at how many points I earn with my actual spend, but just look at the programs just overall, I can definitely think about doing that. That would be a beast of a video, but for you guys, if that's what you want to see, I can definitely start working on that. And I know I have some other videos that I owe you guys, such as some hotel credit card reviews and stuff like that, but I will start working on them. This whole Citi custom cash card threw some wrenches into my plans, and I only have so much time, guys. This is not my day job. In fact, I'm about to get back to work right now. But if you guys like this video, be sure to smash that like button, subscribe for more videos, and thanks for watching. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.